All right, we're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the daytime stream for Monday. It's me, Mr. Cardconomist, the host of the stream, and I'm blasting Mario Maker music. Let's turn that down a little bit. So it's a regular Monday, and we're all back to work. All right, nothing like grinding. Put some penny sleeves up here in this little box. We're running low on penny sleeves. We always are. How's it going, everybody? Boy, it's getting hard to find good cards out there. I went shopping for cards. I couldn't find any. I need that, says Ruben. Stupid DHL driver woke me up. Oh my gosh, it's Cardconomist TM. What's up, Gent? So here's that cosmic break once again. Well, the top of it got smushed a little, huh? And two people are actually in the break now, so we're going through with it. It's a slow-moving break. It's a pricey break. Tell me the next pack break right now. One more thanks to Mr. Overlapper and Bobby Toledo for their generous donations from last night. Thanks, guys. You're awesome. Okay, take that off the table now. I think the first step is to show what we already got on the table, including this beautiful Venusaur. That'll probably get slabbed away pretty soon. But let's see, what do we got? We got some cards. This got reduced. Trap Charizard. Vigoroth is pretty good. We like Vigoroth. I like this card. Chansey's cool. All right, what about here? Hitmonchan, Tapu Bulu's cool, Slowbro's cool, Magnemite's cool. Let's see all the cool cards we got on the table. I'm gonna line them up. Get a lot of grading done today. I get a pretty consistent 30 cards done every night. Yeah, I don't rush anything. We have a limited capacity for how many cards get graded in a day because I'm the card grader, so I do 100% of the grading. I could take like a day and grade all the cards, I guess, ahead of time. Might not be a bad idea. Maybe it would give me more time on my other days. So first we want to see some cool cards that are available for SLAB-AWAY, just to see what's already on the table. What's up, Alan? Will the pack break be English or Japanese? I need a hint. I haven't chosen. Like, at all. That's cool. I like this Ghastly a lot. I'm really surprised it hasn't sold yet. Pristine Ghastly. Alright, so these are like the lower level cards here. I guess I'm including that Wigglytuff. But here's some great cards, potential SLAB-AWAY cards. So we got Ghastly 10. This overpriced Tentacruel. He's really nice. Poliwrath, no rarity. This Golden Charizard from Tag Team. Charizard, no rarity symbol. Togetic from Dragon Frontiers. This Incineroar from Team Up. He's really nice. Yeah, this is similar to the Ghastly. This doesn't really need a SLAB-AWAY. Somebody could buy that outright. Metal Energy and Ghastly, those are nice. But this guy, he's nice. The Golbat with the special teardrop foil. That's cool. Here's Clefable 10 from Jungle. I almost said Fossil. Magneton 10, Pop 38. He's from Topps Chrome Series 2, which the label doesn't tell you that. Similar to the Slowbro. So that's Topps Chrome 2, and it means it's much more rare. This expensive Charizard card, which I'm not willing to give up so easily because I don't understand the population on them. Here's the Magnemite from Rocket Returns. Very expensive Slowbro from Topps Chrome 2. Tapu Bulu from Burning Shadows. This nice Noivern. Vigoroth. Pop 3. So I know Vigoroth isn't the most popular Pokemon, but at the same time, he's Pop 3. That's extremely low pop. And then this Venusaur from Expedition, he gets my vote as most likely to disappear from the table. We got some other cards here. Let's see what we got here real fast. Now, if there's price tags on them, that does not reflect the current price, so keep that in mind. There is Charizard from Poker Set. No rarity Charmander. He'd probably be pretty cheap. First edition Zapdos. Another no rarity Hitmonchan. This one with the big swirl. What is this? Was this a gift from Marcel Torres? Did Marcel Torres gift this to us? It says Marcel Torres on it. He might have gifted this to us. I'm not sure. I feel like he did. We have this Ninetales first edition. Ooh. Is this a regular Golbat? Oh, I've got a regular Golbat with a perfect swirl by his foot. That's pretty neat. This says Chev. Oh, I know what this is. I know what this is. Chev donated like $300 or something like that. So I signed a card for him, but he never collected it. I don't know who he is even. Are we playing the energy game today? Energy. What? Let's drill it again. If we could drill another gold bet. That would be very interesting. This no rarity symbol. Wow, that's a PSA 8. No rarity symbol Machamp. Really neat. No rarity Nido King. Very nice. Oh, that's where this guy went off to. For Emo Boy, remember that? I think that kid's been checking in and asking where this Charizard's at. Wonder how this card is doing price-wise. You think I'm doing okay on this card? You think I'm losing? You know, Charizard prices really blew up thanks to Logan Paul, but then they collapsed because a bunch of time passed by. There we go. Mister got that fire. Yeah, this is my base set Charizard. He's a 6. And I was trying to sell him before, but then I took him away because he was like going up in price. I was like, I guess we'll just hold him, you know? And people weren't claiming him too fast, so I was like, I'm not going to worry about it. First base set Charizard. Let's look them up. So we go by lowest price. Because obviously if there's a PSA 7 and it's cheaper than the PSA 6, you're going to go with the PSA 7, right? Base set Charizard. Other language cards. Jump over here. I'm looking them up right now. Well, here's a PSA 6 for $15,000. That doesn't make sense. That's too expensive. All right, here's a CGC PSA 6 for 6.3. Oh, here we are. Here's one for 6.75. That appears to be it. Yep, 6.75. That's interesting. I got mine for 5.5, and now it's 6.75. So about $1,000 difference. Not real extreme. So it means it's probably held its value, you know. So if I sold it for 6K, I'd just get all my money back out of it. I'd be selling it for what I bought it for. I wonder if the populations on these change much. So the original price was 5.5K, and the current price is 6.75K in 2.23. How often do you regrade cards? Oh, that's why I didn't sell them, because I'm going to send them off to CGC. Right. You just reminded me of that. So if I can get them to grade 7 at CGC, the difference between a 6 and a 7 could be like $1,000. And PSA grade's unusually harsh, and this was graded a while ago. So I was going to send it off to CGC. That's why I took it back off the table. This is a regrade. Okay, so I need to put this in my regrade box. Yeah, if this comes back, I think that's what this guy's for too. He's a regrade. Regrade him with like SGC or something. And if he grades a 9, that's going to do better than 8.5. Or I could just sell him as is, I guess. He's really cool. I bet you he would sell. Just sell out 22 cards for PSA. Mister, not trying to hate, but it's pretty messed up that you want to make money off your work. I'm not a hater, but... I'm not a hater. But I hate you. Here's first edition Magneton. Oh, that's what I was doing with all these first edition cards. They were available for sale, and then I pulled them back down because I'm going to send them out to regrade. I remember this now. All of these mid-grade cards that PSA graded, if I send them to CGC and they grade up, you know, like one level, 1 point, they all jump substantially in price. Are you not going to give that card to Emo Boy? Good question. So here are the cards I was going to sell. These are all regrades. You notice they're like 5s and 6s and 4s. So we want to see if they can get a better grade than that at CGC. So, okay, I'm going to go move these off to the side. I wasn't sure what these were doing. They're not in their normal boxes. So I was like, what are these? I need to send a big regrade submission with CGC. That, or I could crack them all myself. Just see what happens. That's like gambling. What are these South Park cards? I don't know. So I think Marcel is donated this to us. Marcel Torres. I'm pretty sure he donated that. Okay. There we go. I think I better get some regrades done. Me. How nice. I'll set it here for now. This was for Chev, but Chev, I never got in contact with Chev ever again. So I guess this is for sale. We'll do auction on this. This is just a signed energy card. It was meant to be handed out to a guy for free, but he never collected it. All right. So that is my signature. I don't know if I want to sell Golbat. I mean, I like Golbat, but maybe. Oh, this is a card. Oh, here we go. We got our drilled cards here. Drilled Energy, drilled Indeedee with the eyeballs, drilled Bill. Any other drills? Nope. Okay. This was a big mess of slabs from when we moved. So these are all our drilled cards, huh? I gotta move these somewhere. These need to be placed in a box somewhere. I need to learn how to make good shorts for my slabs. I like the ones you make. Drill, baby, drill. That's right. Drill, baby, drill. Oh, look at this. Even this says cross grade. So this was with the other cards, huh? I think I wanted to cross grade it for a chance at a pristine. I don't know if I'm going to bother doing that. You know, I've got a lot of cards to grade. And a lot of cards to cross grade. I don't really think this needs it. It's already a 10. So this one could probably go up for sale. I guess this could be for sale. That card looks nice. Oh, it is nice. That is a very nice card. Okay. This says regrade as well. So what you'll notice about this card is that it has the old CGC holder. And back then, CGC was grading insanely harsh. It likely graded 9.5 because of the back here. You can see that the top or the side is a little off-center, just a little bit. And back in the day with CGC, that's all it took to turn into a 9.5. So they were like grading impossibly hard. There we go. What's up with the South Park cards? You guys don't want to know about South Park. I feel like regarding isn't worth your time. Look up the time value of money. Oh, regrading. Well, sometimes regrading is worth your time. If they grade perfect, or if they turn from a 9 to a 10. There you go. These are some nice slabs, man. Loving them. Welcome, everyone, to the daytime stream. At 220 viewers, I'll open up another Topps booster pack for you guys to see if we pull Rainbow Zard. I sent 3 CGC 9.5s to PSA recently. They all turned into 10s. Nice. Yeah, sometimes a PSA 10 turns into a CGC perfect grade. Like this one. Oh, not this one. Tempted to sell it even. Oh, well, I don't know where it went. Probably in my Charizard box. Wait, I have my Charizard box. It's right over here. Here it is. That was a PSA 10 and it turned into a perfect 10. Pretty neat. All right, let's see. Giovanni Gyarados. Jim Gyarados. Japanese. The Gyarados. You gonna gobble Taco Bell burritos tonight? Nah. Ooh, but I'm thirsty. Okay, so that's Gyarados. Raikou. So Raikou, I'm pricing him at $240. Dark Golbat. So this is an extremely good Golbat. Let me show you why. This particular one has a big swirl right by his foot. I feel that that location, it looks very cool. Looks like his foot's like stepping on it or avoiding it or something. And because of that, I'm going to ask about $420 on this. It's a little bit higher than the cheapest buy now. Now here's the Dragon Blast Giratina. A real problem keeping up with you guys. You guys should buy all the best slabs. They sell instantly. Dragon Blast. So this is the first edition version. I'm going to hold this card for a little bit. All right. This card won't be for sale. That one's going to be held. All right. So there's the Dark Golbat, the Gyarados, and the Raikou. They're up on the table now. As for this, I don't know. You can just make me an offer on it. So I'll just accept whatever offer by the end of the stream. It could be $10. You can have it for $10 if you want it. Whoever makes the top offer, that's what I'll accept. Just remember, you have to have a membership to make that offer on the auction. I won't accept anything that isn't from a member. And you have to be serious, okay? No joking around, because I can't let you bid in the future if you joke about it. Can I see the top Slowbro, please? Yep. Having a little drink there. But give me a moment. So, here he is. This is Top Slowbro. Pop 34. It's a really nice card. Really low pop. All of the Topps Chrome Series 2 cards are extremely rare. They don't tell you that it's Series 2 on the label, but it is. There's two series, Topps Chrome Series 1, Topps Chrome Series 2. Series 2 is even more rare than Series 1, and Series 1 is pretty rare, so they're both really rare. Now, the South Park. You guys are asking about the South Park. There it is. I actually got 2 boxes of them. The second box is a larger. I don't know why. So, this one's smaller for some reason. Oh, big hole on that one. Weird. Different print runs, maybe? Like, is this the younger print run, or is this the younger print run? I don't know. Dang, mister, I wanted the Giratina. The Giratina may be sold in the near future, okay? But not yet. 1998. The other one says 1998. Guess we'll open the smaller one. Let me place this to the side, the bigger one. And let's have a quick look at it. All right, guys. First time we're opening the South Park box. Never opened one of these before. You saw that the boxes from 1998. That means this is pretty early on. There's not a lot of seasons, and at that point, and that also makes it 25 years old. So this is vintage, definitely out of print. Are your slabs for sale? Your own personal pulls or singles you bought offline? What's up, Tim? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh. Look at that. The pack warns you. Mature material. Huh. Okay, there's 3 rows. And a row contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 30 packs in here. Okay, so now I just got to come up with the price. 30 packs. I don't know much about these cards. I don't know about special pulls. I don't know about anything. I'm not in a rush to sell these. I'm pretty sure they are a slow seller kind of item. Made in the USA, Comedy Central, Cosmic Image. I want to do a search for PSA graded packs, though. All right. Let me check sold to see if any sold. Yeah, okay. Here's some data. So on February 6th, this Trey Parker signed sketch of Kenny sold for $400. That was like today, I think. Here's December 27th. This Eric Cartman graded 9, and it sold marked down from $90. Here's some kind of doggy signed autograph card. Did George Clooney do the sound of the dog? And here is a Comic Images South Park PSA 9 for $25 in auction. It's interesting because I believe one pack probably gives you a number of cards. So it seems like it might be worth something. I'm not sure. And then also, I guess what I would say next is right here, there's a graded South Park booster pack, and they want $1,000 for that. That just seems very high. I don't know what it would really be. So I got to choose a price on these packs now. And I had a point in mind. There were 30 of them, correct? All right, so I was thinking about, well, give me one more second. I don't know how many of these I'll have for sale and for how long, because they don't seem very common. Oh, okay. So I was thinking about $30 per pack. That's what I was thinking. There it is. I guess I'll start there and leave it alone and see what happens. So I'm going all the way down to other card sets. That's the category I'll be listed in. 1998 South Park. So this is authentic. We're doing $30 a pack. And I'll just leave it alone. Has there been a single opening? Not yet. I would not be surprised if somebody opens one in this stream. Place this right here. It's good to go. Sheesh, says Patrick. It should have been $10. Here we are. All right. Yeah, I mean, because let me suggest this. I could take the entire box of it and send the whole thing off to grade with PSA, because they grade these booster packs, And then I could sell them as graded booster packs all day and probably make more than $30 per pack. Now, I'm aware you can do that as well. So I'm going to place that to the side. It's the same reason the Sonic the Hedgehog cards aren't for sale anymore either. There we go. You should do that, says Mikey. Maybe I will. Maybe that whole box will just send off to grade. Okay, let's see what we got. First order is Taven Richardson with 8 Pokemon Violet packs. Flash sale on half the box, then back to normal price after. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. I don't know what you mean by that. There we go. Let's see what we got. Mr. just teasing us. No, I'm not teasing you, and I thought a lot about selling them for closer to $50 per pack. They sell for $7 to $10 a pack on eBay. Sheesh is right. I can go on eBay with like $20,000 and wipe that entire market out today if I wanted to. So I'm going to sell them for $30 a pack for now. If you can find them for cheaper than that, you should just go buy it up from over there, and then it will be gone. There's Donphin. That's for Taven Richardson. There's Induru. Here's Magnezone. Ooh, look at that Magnezone. That's a cold pack. Here's Donphin. Dell cutting 5% of their workforce. That's a lot of people. Protest by not buying is simple. Yeah, you can protest the packs by not buying them. That's totally legit. Then don't buy it, says Ghost of Anthony. Mister, better buy them all and try to force us to buy them overpriced. Well, in a card market with very rare items, you're allowed to buy any product you want. You can buy up as much of it as you want. Remember, a couple years ago, Gary King Pokemon, he posted, this video of him on Pawn Stars. It turned out he had all the base set Charizards. And so what that means is he went and he bought them all. And there's a limited number of them. That's how collectibles market works, guys. So, if you're uncomfortable with the pack price of freshly opened booster box of South Park cards, go buy a random pack from a guy online from an already open box. Mikey and Cloud both bid 40. One of y'all got a bid again. Mister doesn't do smooches anymore. Well, the smooches are free. Smooches are always free. You can get smooches all day. All right, Taven Richardson. Mr. Tavon. Pack fresh, box fresh. You can always stir in the pot. Mikey can have it. Mikey at $40. If I find some of the Chinese balloon wreckage, will you buy it? I'd be interested. Cloud can't be out at a tie. Haha, last try. Sent for SLAB-AWAY the Raikou. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, we got that off the table for you. Good job, Mr. Taven. Good pulls. Next up, we've got Patrick Grieve. I'm ready to ship. I would like to add 2 of the Adventure Time packs sealed. 1, 2. Here they are. 4 of the Card Wars sealed. All right, Card Wars. You got 5 of them, man. I'm ready to give them away. Hear about the earthquake in Turkey? Oh, yeah. Everyone, moment of silence for the victims in Turkey. They got hit with multiple earthquakes. Thousands of people dead, I heard. Anyone else bidding for the energy? My wife loves Adventure Time. Mine does too. And I want to open some packs with her. Maybe get a Card Wars game going. I have a box with my cards. I also have 4 slabs and 1 Pokecoin. Thank you so much for your business. How long do you think to ship to California? It takes about 5 days. Yeah, it takes about 5 days. We have Mr. John. He's our dedicated shipping guy, so he ships every day. I'm buying all the Shuckle cards so I can corner the market and make millions. All right, Mr. Patrick. Mr. Patrick. Patrick with his own box. Patrick Grieve. There he is. All right. Where's that long overdue PSA submission? Do we need to storm PSA headquarters? Oh, right. You reminded me of it. The last thing I did was call PSA to tell them I want it now. And then they told me there was a queue of 120 people in the queue. And they told me I can get in line for a callback. I signed up for that. And then they called me back. in the middle of playing a game with my wife, and I didn't want to quit the game because then we'd lose. So I need to get back on a call with them and tell them that I want the set released already. The email that I had with them last week, I sent them another email. They have not responded to that email. PSA is like impossible to get a hold of, but also I don't work on it every single day, so I apologize for that. But we need that submission returned immediately. And yeah, we just been waiting forever. Didn't someone else just post a video? Like PokeRev just posted a video about getting a submission back 2 years later. I think I don't remember who I saw it from, but somebody said they got their submission back like a full 2 years later. Do it. Emperor's voice. Still no chase pulled. Here we are. So we stormed them then? Yes, that's right. Ooh, South Park. South Park, most likely every single card in this pack is most likely gradable. And I have done a little bit of research on those booster packs and booster boxes, and they are not common. I cannot replenish them once they're gone. Once they are gone, there is not an easy restock. And I don't know where the price will go on them. Likely way up. Because South Park is very collectible. Here is Mr. Patrick Grieve. I'm logging in to get your address. Let's see. They're doing a new season of South Park soon, aren't they? Like Wednesday or something. Patrick Grieve. Is there a holo? I don't know. Perhaps not. I'm not sure how rarity works in the South Park cards, but I can almost guarantee you that you could probably just grade the entire pack, every card in the pack, and it would probably go for good money once people start talking about it online. That's my suspicion. Now, I could be wrong about that prediction, but I don't think I am, because I've watched it now with multiple card sets. This exact thing happens over and over again. It's some super old vintage set of a highly, highly loved brand. Again, South Park is still going. And then it's got a lot of nostalgia. It's some out-of-print 30-year-old card set from like 1980s, 1990s. People start talking about it, and then they start grading them, and they sell, it turns out, for hundreds of dollars if they get a 10. So that's happened with multiple sets I've sold. I got into it before other people got into it, and all of a sudden they're going for a ton of money. And great example would be the Nintendo game packs. Remember that? I was early on that. The Donkey Kong cards. There's these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards are doing pretty well. They've all jumped real heavily in price. Like the moment people are aware of them, they jump, because people just aren't aware of them. That's it. And that's kind of what this show does. Our live stream brings a ton of attention to a hobby that is perhaps being underappreciated. South Park's a very strong brand, obviously. All right, let's see what we got. Here's Joshua Martinez. Hey, mister, a few days ago, I brought up my package that was returned. I got a notification. Ah, okay, Mark. Or Josh, not Mark. Joshua Martinez. Give me a moment. Let me go grab it. Oh, I didn't mean to slam the door. That's the wind in the room. Dude, it's gorgeous outside. It's like 60 degrees. I should be outside. So Joshua Martinez, you did a good job reaching out with your penny message. I have the box here. Oh, hold on. I just threw a sticker away that was on it. Why did they return it? Notify sender of new address. All right, so Joshua, it says it got... Oh, maybe the new address that they're referring to is my new address, because I moved. Joshua, the address we used was 44. That's the address we had. I've got the box safe with me right here. We can send it out as soon as you want, but I need to know if that address is correct. So check your PayPal. Let me know if you had to make changes to your PayPal. I don't want to waste money sending it back out. How much do you want extra to open an order outside? That would make mess. I don't want any of the package material to show up in the poor lake. But I'd be open-minded to it. I don't have a table or anything out there. Maybe I should get a table for outside. It's an interesting idea. What do you guys think? Would you like that? Here, let's see. That's very possible in the spring and the fall when the weather's... mine is correct. USPS always delivers to me. No idea why they didn't deliver. Okay. This would be it. Look at this, guys. Beautiful day. Look at that water, man. Ooh, man, it feels better out here. Oh, I wish I was just outside all day. Oh, that feels really nice. Oh, these branches up on my deck. The wind was blowing real hard today. Look at that, way, way, way over there. You see that? Those are canoes over there. That's the park. That's the state park. How cool is that, guys? I can't get over how cool that is. This is really neat. Oh, man. There is something extremely serene about this area, and we're much, much happier in this new house. When we look out our windows, we got like a yard to look at. We didn't have that before. We have a front yard now. We didn't have a front yard before. There was just a gravel road. Whew. That beautiful water. Dude, I could go walking in this. This is so nice outside. Oh, let me close my door behind me. Get back to work, says A. Perez. A. Perez, this is work. My job is to be out here having a good life so that you can all get mad at me for my South Park cards. Oh, you know what? If I walk too far away, I'll lose connection to the Wi-Fi. So I can't walk all the way down to the water, probably. All right. Look at that, man. So pretty out there. Okay. This deck is really old, though. We could use a new deck. All right. So warm today. Well, I can't wait for the summertime. We'll be going out into that water every single day in the summer. Well, yeah, we'd be swimming in that water every day. Since we're so close to the spring, it's probably really fresh water. You see, the state park... Let me plug this up. So the reason that's the state park is because all the water comes from a spring over there. And it's like crystal blue, see-through water. It's gorgeous. And our house is just outside of that. All right. So Joshua Martinez says, ship me again. All right, Josh, I'm using the same address. If it gets returned this next time, I got to have you pay shipping, okay? There you go. Really beautiful outside. Where'd I put that box? I just had it. Did I lose your box already? All right, I had your box like for 2 seconds. I must have placed this somewhere. All right. It's in this room. All right, don't ship on it in case John gets a hold of this by accident. Is that a man-made water source or natural? It's natural. It's technically a river. Left it outside. I didn't bring it outside. Are you ready? Yeah, so that park with the canoes, if you go deep into the park, there's a spring. A spring is underground water, and all the water comes up from that spring into Lake of the Ozarks. And it's see-through water. It's so clean. It's insane how nice it looks. It looks like you could just straight up drink it. And and our house is just outside the spring. So I think our water might be colder in the end, but it also might be cleaner and nicer. I'm not sure. Michael Schron, Armored Mew PSA 5. You know, I wasn't sure if that was going to sell. I was ready to give that away. But I'm not surprised it's selling because it's a really cool card and it's only $18. Talk about the Pokemon Game Boy Market. I'm thinking of getting involved. How far did you move from your old place? Yeah, our old place is about 30 minutes from here. It's not that far away. It's on the same lake, of course. Actually, it turns out I've been understanding the map out here really well. Our other house is really close to all of the fun stuff, like the places you can drive to on a boat. So that's a valuable home we own. The other home is valuable. It's just poorly designed. They need to pull the fireplace out of the side of that house and replace it with windows. Arturo Perez, to my SLAB-AWAY. You got it, Mr. Arturo. Mr. Arturo. Well, that would finish it, right? All right, Arturo is finishing his SLAB-AWAY. Let's go grab his slab. Do you still have that CGC 10 Booby Girl from yesterday? Possibly. So, Mr. Arturo Perez. Here we are. Oh, nice, man. He's got a pristine Venusaur. Am I going to watch the Super Bowl? Maybe. We could. In theory, it's possible. Do you still own or rent out your old house? We still own it. I just paid the mortgage on it. Our plan was to rent it, but we've been so busy, we have not worked on that at all. The last thing that happened at that house is we had a maid come over and clean the whole house up. But there's still stuff to move out of that house. So, yeah, we got a lot of work left to do. We'd like to rent it to you guys. So if you guys would like to come down and see me and hang out, you could do that. And then we could also host parties over there too. So that's possible. And we could Airbnb it to the locals out here as well. So that's what we're thinking. That's a lot of work. And we already work a lot. So we're also tempted by the idea of simply selling it. All right, let's do what's next. Vicente Gonzalez, SLAB-AWAY for the Raikou. You got it, Vicente? Host a Super Bowl party. Vicente Gonzalez. I don't really party all that much, though. That's one of the other problems. I'm too busy working. Party or work? Definitely work. I'm a party pooper. TUV, you'd be right here. So this is going to say February, Vicente Gonzalez, Raikou, 240, 220. It's all set up. Thank you very much. We have Pat Gibbs, 4 violet packs. I need a new bag. How's it going, Pat? All right, guys, we got some of these violet packs. What was the final price on that energy card? Did someone make a final bid? Here we are. We've got a cold one. We've got Hound. No, that's not Hound. That's Grieve Dog or something like that. Mikey, 69. Clef Key. Coeli said 40 bucks. Is that it? Is it going to Coeli then? Houndstone. Have you ever thought of having a special guest on the stream? Not really. I'd like to hire somebody, though, to replace me. Or to cover my weekends. In theory, it's possible. No, it's me. $40. You can't have the same bid. So who offered the $40 first? Was it Coeli or was it Mikey? How do we get our address to you if we need to ship our cards? How's it going, Billy? You can send me a penny message through PayPal, and I can look your address up from PayPal. So your PayPal has your address. Now, if you're ordering through Zelle, you could do the same thing. Send me like $1 through Zelle. I don't know what the minimum amount over there is, but just send me the minimum amount you can and attach a message with your address. I'm unemployed in Canada. Can I work for you? I wish you could. You could edit videos maybe. Yeah, I can't really think of what else you could do. Is the bidding over? Mikey won the bid. Yeah, if Mikey bid $40 first, then it goes to Mikey for $40. All right, Mikey, it sounds like you've won the auction. You can send the order payment over, and then we'll write your name on the card, and you'll have a clever-looking signature card. Thanks, man. Pat Gibbs. Armored Mewtwo is sick. Quick, get him to the hospital. Dude, I love this dog card. It actually looks really good. I love that it's got a little Gengar pillow on it. Very cute. Pat Gibbs. 2.23. Family Guy cards be cool. Here we are. Pat with the P. Mr. Pat. Place you over here in a P box. We got Theodore Labby, 1 South Park cards. I have a small bag. You got it, Theodore. So Theodore gets the honor of opening the very first pack. You ready? First, I'll remove that sticker for you. And then let's see what we got in here. Do these open? They open nice and easy. It's good. Theodore Labby. You ready, man? I'm very curious. What's up, Brandon? How's it going, man? Tom's Rhinoplasty. So there appear to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So at $30, 30 divided by 7 is, what would that be, like $4 each? So you're paying about $4 per card. They're all pack fresh, but they're not just pack fresh, they're box fresh. That makes a difference. Sometimes when people are selling a loose pack from a booster pack they had in a shipping box in their closet or their, up in their attic, the point is sharp corners like this get damaged very easily. So if it's not in its proper box, like mine are, it's very easy for these corners to be damaged. And so you'd be buying potentially a damaged booster pack. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, these are very early episodes. That's the Barbara Streisand episode. Jesus and Pals. Oh, look at this. So this one's Officer Barbrady. Does it tell you which episode it is? Officer Barbrady. Wow, this is really early stuff. You can tell by the shadow lines on the cards. On the cardboard, I should say. Really early stuff. South Park really picked up in fame and popularity, I think, after their movie came out. They became a household name at that point. Cartman's mom is a dirty slut. Wow. Cartman's been acting pretty screwed up. Fat ass. Cartman has been showing up for school and he's having tea parties with his stuffed animals. Something is obviously bothering him. Oh my god, dude. Okay. I think if there was a really good artwork in here and it graded 10, that could potentially be worth a lot of money, yes. That's a clone, right? When Kyle gets the idea to splice elephant and pig genes to make pot-bellied elephants that people can keep in their houses, Nerdy Terrence best that he can clone a whole human being first. Oh, man. So you get the Stan clone. I love throwing P-balls on South Park, Nintendo 64. Wow. So I'd love to see all the artworks in this collection and know which one is most valuable. Jesus and Pals, very good. The Mecha Barbara Streisand. Is that what this was? I can't remember. Oh no, this is like the satellite fell and crushed Kenny. I'm sorry. That's what this is. Pink Eye. Topical cream ain't gonna fix what's wrong here after the citizens of South Park are turned into brain-eating zombies. The MIR space station drops from the sky, crushed to death. Kenny is rushed to the morgue and embalmed with Worcestershire sauce. He's completely zombified. And this was when the substitute teacher was too hot, and then Wendy got really jealous because Stan liked her, and so she, what did she do? She like hired somebody to kidnap her or something like that? I can't remember. Tom's Rhinoplasty. Miss Ellen. 8 fatigue-wearing Iraqi soldiers, led by Hakeem Korashki of the mighty nation of Iraq, burst into the classroom, leading to a pretty strange outcome. Bye-bye, Miss Ellen. She told you. Don't mess with Wendy Testaburger. Okay. Have you opened these before? Nope, that's our first time. That was for Theodore Labby. You were the first one to open a pack. We'll go ahead and clip this. Very interesting. All right, cool, man. Boy, I need a drink. I need a drink really bad. I'm thirsty. Can I have a drink of this? How does this taste? Oh, it looks like it's covered in dust. Don't F with Wendy Testaburger. Theodore Labby. So these packs appear to be in mint condition, which gives you the best chance at grading those 10. Let's say all 7 of those cards graded PSA 10 with, let's say, a grading cost average of $25 per card, and then you manage to sell them for just a $10 profit. Well, 7 times 10 is a $70, let's say, return. So that's not bad. That's how you sit down and calculate the worth of a set of cards. And that's how you understand if cards are undervalued or overvalued on the market. You can understand if they're undervalued by guessing what people would pay for a proper 10. So if your card's all graded 10, what would they actually fetch? You know, it wouldn't take very much for them to be profitable. If they sold, just one of them sold for like $100, boom, they're profitable. You know what I mean? That's how you understand when something's underpriced in the market, like a sealed pack. William Stowe, Two Evolving Skies. Okay, Mr. William. This pack I just got for free. Somebody sent me a blister pack in the mail with one of my orders. Sleep. So, you know, if your grading cost was $25, but you were selling them for $35 and they all sold, you still make like $10 per card in that case. That's a very good gamble because there's a high chance one of them sells for more than $35 as a 10. All right. That's for William Stowe. William. It's called Quick Math. There's a checklist card in South Park. Yeah, there's most likely going to be a card in the set that everyone prefers. And that'll occur when people have all seen all the cards. They'll be like popular ones. Like there's this image of Kenny with a dagger in his eye here. That might be the popular card. I don't know. But one of the cards will end up being more popular, and if you pull that, that one will end up going for probably more than, you know, $35 in the sale or $40 in sale. Brooks Bellinger, my first Star Wars Galaxy Chrome pack and 2 WEISS Star Wars. You got it, Brooks? So these have been real popular. Star Wars Chrome cards, very cool. And the WEISS cards as well, which are much cheaper and still have a lot of crazy good-looking cards. Here we are. Wow, look at that Boba Fett. Boba Fett. Star Wars Rebel Assault. Cobb Vanth. Oh, look. Isn't the Star Wars booster box more expensive? And Patrolling the Cantina. I don't know. Go find some booster boxes for me. I'll go buy them all. Did I miss the South Park cards? They're available in the menu. All right, that's Brooks Bellinger. Oh, Brooks. Don't be like that, says Mikey. Mister, did you know that there are currently no graded gold Myrodons on eBay? Wonder if any of them are graded. Could mine possibly be the first one? Maybe. How's it going, Nukes? Brooks Bellinger. The Star Wars cards were recently printed. Aha. There we go. Brad Beetle. Bettle towards my Blastoise. You got it, Brad. So this drops down to $1,000. Thank you very much. All right. Here's Pat Gibbs for Scarlet. I sent a Zelle order, says Hobby Heads. We got to get that opened. 1, 2, 3, 4. What are the names in the Rocket Japanese pack break? I'm wondering if the one I am went or not. Yours definitely ended because we opened all the Japanese pack breaks for Rocket. They're over now. Yeah, they all got opened. Oh, which is why we need to pick a new pack break out. I forgot about that. Gyarados. Blarg. Woohoo! You must not know what Stone looks like. I'm a professional, says Grave Stoner. Mr. Pat. Nice Gyarados. Pat Gibbs. Crystal Guardians. Crystal Guardians is pretty cool. It's pretty expensive too, though. So as cool as it is, you pay a high price for that coolness. Is there a full art Gyarados? Yup. Slowpoke. Growlithe. And Clefairy. Oh, Clefairy. Miguel Gradado, 40 for the TCC slab. 60 for SLAB-AWAY. You got it. It's all yours. $60 for SLAB-AWAY. You got it. Boy, we need different music for sure. What do you guys think about the music? This music does not excite me. Let me think. Different music, huh? This is good music for like passing time, basically. Let me log into Luigi Mansion, Super Smash Brothers, Zelda, Super Mario Brothers, Paper Mario, Zelda, Pokemon. Let's click on the Pokemon one for now. I feel like I've heard this soundtrack too many times. Do you have Yoshi Island music? Yeah, we did that recently, though. Dude, I need to create like a list of various music to play. We need like a more expansive list of music. Here's Nostalgic Synthwave. I don't know how Synthwave is nostalgic, but okay. Yoshi Story music? Nah, we've done that recently. We have Boone Porcher. Howdy, mister. Can you check for the CGC Perfect 10 Booby? If you still have it, I'll buy it. This is the full card name. Y. Schwartz, Kodokawa, Sneakabunko, Jyoral Kingdom, First Princess Flare. Okay. So you're wanting one of the Sneaker Bunko girls. And it was a perfect 10, you say. Give me a minute. Okay. So here it is. I don't remember what the price we offered on it was. So here's one that could be purchased outright. 140 maybe? Was that what? I don't remember. Here's Pat Gibbs. 4 more Scarlet. You got it, Pat. I'm getting my 6-month Pokeball soon. Are they loose packs or booster box? Well, they're always out of a booster box. And that booster box came out of a case. Did you ever pull first appearance Lugia? No, sadly we did not. We actually still have a box. So maybe there's a chance it could come out of that box. I've taken it off of the menu. I was going to open some for myself, but I'm tempted to just let you guys have them. Here they are. Ooh, that's for Pat Gibbs. Mr. Pat. Would you like to buy it instead? I happen to have one. There we go. Would you like to buy what? You can't be, I don't know what you're trying to say there, but you can't be advertising your cards in this live stream, okay? Open them, no balls. We have a Discord server you can join. You can sell over there. I saw you had a Hollow The Future Looks Bright Topps card with Mew on it. I love that card. I still have my childhood one. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a Topps card, and it does look really cute. Okay, we have an order from Joseph Campolongo. How's it going? Can I please get the South Park pack? Bulk grade, all of them. Sweet. This is awesome. You got it, man. So this is for Joseph Campolongo. I was offering to buy the card you wanted. Never mind. Yeah, I was a bit confused. I didn't know what you meant, really. Buy the card you wanted. Here we are. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Oh, that's a real good one. That's Stan. Annual Drunken Barn Dance. That's where Cartman was conceived. Kyle. Kenny. The turkeys. Pretty sweet. Hey, he wants to sell you first appearance Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, you're saying you can buy first appearance Yu-Gi-Oh for me? Is that what you're saying? Starvin' Marvin. I appreciate it, man. I'm okay, though. Okay. Big Gay Alice, Big Gay Boat Ride. Sweet. Starvin' Marvin. Oh, that's where this is from. He has first appearance Lugia. Best boat ride ever. Here's Cartman. Did I say Cartman? Here's Kenny. Kenny McCormick. Kenny always getting himself killed. He lives with his father, mother, uncle, his mother's cousin, his son and wife. And his father's brother's girlfriend and their 2 kids and his uncle's girlfriend's mother. And the guy Bob who his dad met last year. Poor people tend to live in clusters. Oh my God, that's horrible. Here's Kyle. Okay, Kyle. Why is he in the arms? I don't remember. Mr. Hanky the Christmas Poo. All right, Kyle's going crazy because he's seeing the Christmas Poo. This is when Kyle gets conceived. And here is Stan the Man, Stan Marsh. There you go. Stan, more like Stan Darsh. Stan is Kyle's best friend. Part of a cheesy poof. Well, at least his mom's not on the cover of that magazine. What? All right. Very good. Nice try, Stan. You'll never beat me in a race. The Stan is very pleasing on the eye artwork-wise. Very dimensional. I like that he's frowning. Okay. Here's Annual Drunken Barn Dance. Only 9 cards have been graded with PSA. Oh, nice. Here's Kyle. Here's Kenny. Oh my God, you guys killed Kenny. You bastard. They really stopped that joke at some point, didn't they? That's weird. Nobody graded these. I don't think it's that weird. That happened with a lot of vintage stuff. Grading cards is still relatively new. It's been done with sport cards for a long time. Can I pay for one-on-one investment chat with you? You are the man. I kind of don't do that. And I wouldn't even know what to charge, to be honest. And I wouldn't feel very comfortable charging a lot, but I wouldn't want to do it for cheap either. See what I'm saying? So I wouldn't feel comfortable with charging a lot of money, but I value my time a lot because I have so little of it. So I don't feel like having long conversations about anything. We could talk about it live. Maybe you can ask me some questions. I could try to answer them. All right, here we are. My Top G seminar. Yeah, join my Top G seminar about drop shipping. How crazy are these earthquakes in Turkey? What's the death toll? Can anyone tell me? Last time I checked, it was 1,700, and I know it's going to raise. I know it's going to rise. It's a tragedy. It's a catastrophe. Scary, man. You really don't know the time or the place that it's your time. You know what I mean? It's over 2,000 now. Dude, that's a huge rip. Over 2,000 now. Unbelievable. Yeah, maybe we should donate some money to them. I'm not sure. I generally don't do any kind of charities on this channel, but you guys can always go to Red Cross and donate money there. So I always felt like when YouTubers do charities, really they're just doing it for like, basically for clout. It's like charity clout. And that's not my philosophy to do that, but yeah, I feel pretty bad for them. I heard that Russia was sending like squadrons from their military army to go help with recovery in Turkey because they consider Turkey an ally. Comment check Dare Bear. Let's go get that ZELLE order done. So let's see. We got Mr. Julian Larry, $35 to SLAB-AWAY. Okay, let's start there. Mr. Julian. Is it Julian or Julian? Julian actually sounds kind of cool, like Julian Caesar. Well, it says you just had 35 bucks left. Let's go see what that is. That has to be a cheaper one. It has to be. Is it this one? Yeah. Yeah, that's wild stuff, man. There's going to be some tears shed tonight for sure. Over in Turkey. The booby girl was priced at 45 in your shorts. Are you firm on the 140 price you just... This would never have been $45 in the shorts. So if this was a 9.5, that would have been a $45 card. It used to be 45, 100, 200. I've only recently lowered the prices. So this card would have actually been much more expensive than 140 in the past. And I'm almost done selling them. It's not like I even have trouble selling them. I'm just coming down on the price as time goes by because I don't care as much. Now that I've made my money back on the cost of grading, I don't care as much. No, this would cost much more than 140 at the time that a short was made about them. You must have been looking at a 9.5. We have the 9.5. Would you like a 9.5? I might have one right over here. Give me a second. So you were definitely looking at a 9.5. Here we are. Oh, so that's a pristine, and we'll go lower on a pristine if you want. Ah, here it is, a 9.5. So these are 3 different grades. So the 9.5 is the least collectible, though. So this card isn't really a special deal because, you know, it's not that hard to get a 9.5. 9.5 is relatively easy. And I was selling them at 45. I sold a bunch of them at that price. This one's $28 now, if you'd like it. Now, this is the pristine grade. This is a more affordable, high-quality 10, but it's not a perfect grade, right? And the perfect 10s tend to go for quite a bit more. So those perfect cards are real expensive. Okay, and for this pristine card, there we go. I think this would easily sell around $80. Okay, and now the perfect 10 has a much higher price than the other two at 140. He says, oh, thank you for educating. Okay, now it makes a little more sense, right? So this is the one you probably saw, and then these two are quite a bit more expensive. I just sent $5 for 5 toes. Okay, thanks, mister. I might go live in a retirement apartment place, but I'm not sure. I should stick to sealed Pokemon or branch out to Nintendo Game Boy. I would not overly rely on sealed Game Boy games. I think they have a limited potential. Yeah, I'd be real cautious with video games because video games are going digital, man. Cards are not going, well, they, you know, you got like NFTs of cards, but who cares about that? They're still printing physical cards and they always will, because physical cards are like a little artwork on a piece of paper. That's the whole point of them. But video games are going digital, man. I wouldn't overly rely on video games. At one point, what I'm trying to tell you is at one point, all of the video games will be done grading and then there won't be any new ones. There'll be like some new video games from Nintendo, basically. All right, so let's see what's next. We've got to finish Mr. Julian Larry, right? He needs 2 Sun and Moon Hidden Fates. Julian Larry. Is it Julian? I bet you it's Julian. And he says 3 Starbirth. Inky. Julian. Video games will be like comics in the future, all about condition. Mister, you're going to open my box for you tonight. I was thinking that arrived in the mail. I haven't popped it open yet, though. I'm addicted to Kit Kats right now, says Tibby's. Uh-oh. Sounds delicious. Kit Kats are awesome. I meant to live in a retirement apartment place because I'm living in a motel room right now, and I don't know. Uh-oh. Does the 45 on a SLAB-AWAY hold a cancel fee in it? So $25 for the fee. That's the reservation fee. Think of it like interest. You're paying me interest. You're taking one of my cards away from me, but you're paying me interest to do that. Now, if you do that on a real expensive card, that makes tons of sense. It's very cheap interest. All right, and then the $20, the extra $20 goes toward the card. You're paying off $20 of the card early. That's a down payment. So $25 reservation fee, $20 down payment. Now, if you abandon the card because you decide you don't like it anymore, $20 is the cost to cancel, and you already paid $20 toward it, so that's what I keep. All right, here goes. Mr. Larry. That's the new system for SLAB-AWAY, because we are running into guys who would pick a card that didn't perform well over 6 months. They'd just abandon it. So they'd be like, I'm not paying no cancellation fee. I'm just going to abandon it. You're going to take it back 6 months later anyways. Has South Park been selling? We've sold 2 packs of it. I'm sure it will all sell out. The reason why I know it's going to sell out is because I can tell how rare it is, because I can't seem to get a hold of it. Here's Lucario. Ooh, that's really nice, actually. Wow. Mr. watched a documentary on piranha in Lake of the Ozarks. Oh, no. Piranha? Like the little flesh-eating fish? That sounds painful. What's up, Jesse Ransom? We have a rare, a really old fish called a paddlefish. I think that's what it's called. And they go fishing for it out here in Lake of the Ozarks. It's like an old, ancient catfish. There we go, Zapdos. Mr. Larry. Well, this box is full. Justin. Ah, here he is. Someone on eBay trying to sell a Greatest South Park pack for $400. I bet you if it was priced at about $100, it would probably sell at $100. 400's a bit high. It did grade 10 though, so you know not every pack's going to grade 10. So I think 400's a bit high, but $100 it would sell very fast. I'm real sensitive to this kind of stuff because I sell stuff all day, so I have a little bit of a gut feeling, you know. William Henry, 1 South Park. You got it, Mr. William. I got a big bag. Sorry, Mr. P.S. Had a root canal done today for the first time. It sucked ass. Looks like Rosie O'Donnell sat on my head. Oh, man. Yeah, root canals are not my favorite thing. You guys, if you need dental work, but you're nervous, you don't like dentists, just do it. Get your cavities filled so you don't get root canals, because they only get more expensive and more painful to repair. So getting your cavities filled, it's always a much better option than a root canal, which is what occurs when the cavity gets too deep. It turns into a root canal. It's really awful. All right, let's see what we got. William Henry. Don't be afraid to get your teeth done at the dentist. Get it out of the way. Do it early. You know you have to get it done, so do it early. It saves money, and it's a lot less painful. I'm going to turn this music down. I'm shouting. That's what happens when the music's up too loud. I shout. Brush your teeth and floss to avoid all that. Yeah, I mean, that does help. I don't think it's perfect, though. I think people still get... I'm scared, says Tibby's. Tibby's, everyone's scared of the dentist. Nobody likes the dentist. Oh, look at that. This pack is very similar to the first one we opened. So that would mean that this is a duplicate of the same pack. Mister bought them all for $100. Shout, shout, let it all out. Here we are. That's an 80s song, I think. Okay, so this is a duplicate of the same group of cards. Give me free South Parks. The dentist. Yeah, dentist. Here's what you know. If you leave your teeth alone and you got tooth damage that needs worked on, which everyone does because teeth go bad, you're going to have serious toothaches. Your tooth is going to rot out of your head, and you could even have blood infections, and you won't be able to chew. So you eventually will need help getting the tooth pulled or getting a filling or getting a root canal. Well, I can tell you from experience, getting the root canal is the worst procedure. The easiest procedure is to just go get a filling. They numb you up, and then they just drill out the little bad part of the tooth and fill it up with a little cement or whatever it is, and that's very easy to do. Do you have any Naruto cards? Yep. All right, William Henry. Nice, man. Thank you, William. All gradable cards, by the way. Mr. William. So that's a Mr. Mackey. Okay. Drugs are bad. Okay, fine, I'm going, says Adamoji. Do it as soon as possible because it's not something you can avoid. In other words, procrastinating does not allow you to avoid inevitably getting dental work. So that's why you should always rush to do it early, because then you avoid the disease progressing. Where's William Henry? Did you say you had a bag? William Henry. Drugs are bad. Good. Good. William Henry, I guess a new bag? Procrastination always works. Yeah, procrastination sometimes helps. Like when you procrastinated going on a flight that crashed, you're like, I'm glad I didn't go on that. But there's cases where procrastinating doesn't work. So like if you've got cancer, you don't procrastinate on getting it worked on, do you? Because it only gets worse. Well, your teeth are kind of like that. Your teeth only get worse if you procrastinate. I got a bag, a pretty big bag. Oh, that's why we didn't find it. If it's a pretty big bag, it's probably over here. Yeah, let me know if you have a bag, and let me know if it's a really large bag. It helps, guys. Coeli. Here's Wilder Cardenas. Simon Frank. I feel like Simon Frank could have his own box at this point. Andres, Matthew, Aaron. There is a 6 Omni cards in the set, 1 in 20 packs. You're talking about in the South Park packs? Are you telling me there's holo cards in here? Potential holo cards? Hold on, William. I'm still searching. Mr. William. He said it was a pretty large bag. That's usually a sign. I don't know. Marsh says, yeah, Matthew. Ah, found you. Okay. You are right. It is a pretty large bag. You know, you were saying the other day about the wrong color for Weedle. Turns out that the deal for a lot for Pokemon. You're saying a couple Pokemon were like swapped around. It's so obvious that Venonat is a Butterfree evolution. Like, it's 100% obvious. Venonat was not supposed to be Venomoth. There we go. It's very obvious that Weedle I'm sorry, not Weedle. That Caterpie Metapod Venomoth was an evolution tree. Pokedead is real. There's a video on YouTube of a guy opening a box. It's what was originally intended, but they changed it later, so canonically it's what they went with. Yeah, no, I get that. I'm not disagreeing with what's Pokecanon. It's just design-wise you can see it. Eric Tavares wanting a South Park pack. Good luck, Mr. Eric. I have a small bag. Okay, Eric Tavares. Come on down to South Park, gonna have myself a time. I don't know if that's how the lyrics go. Take those junk WEISS slabs off the table. Here we go. What do we got? Oh. Well, these are all very similar. Whoa. Very, very similar. So this might have something to do with the way that the boxes are, the loot table of the boxes are. They might be like mapped, basically. Friendly faces everywhere. Humble folks without temptation. Rewatching South Park, I really started to appreciate how conservative the jokes are. And I don't mean like they're Christian or anything, but they're sort of like not in agreement with progressive leftism. They're typically critical of them is the interesting thing, but they'll take an even-handed approach to certain topics at least. But yeah, it's the jokes are not so liberal, and maybe that's part of what makes the show so fun to enjoy, is that they'll actually critique a lot of things in society that you're not allowed to critique nowadays. Eric Tavares, Mr. Eric with an E. And you could tell that that's the nature of their personalities because of the aggressive way they went after the Mormons, the aggressive way they went after the Scientologists. Nowadays doing stuff like that is almost considered like racist, basically. It's like a type of racism. We're a type of society that doesn't tolerate blasphemy. You know what I mean? Blasphemy is a thing. It always has been a thing, right? People get religious about some idea, and then they go, you can't talk about my idea except without reverence and belief like me. Is Red Bull good for you to drink? I would say no. We'll leave this one up. We'll take these two down. They got death threats for the Muhammad episode, right? So, and they made fun of a lot of religions in that show, ripping on Kyle, who's a Jew, all the time. They make fun of the Christians constantly. They really stuck it to the Mormons, and then same with the Scientologists, but also Islam. They got like Jesus as a character in the show, and he'll like shoot people to death and stuff like that. So, but the moment they touch certain topics, they start to run into that sort of, you can't say that, that's blasphemy. And so I really appreciate them for how irreverent they are. And I wish we had more brave comedians that way, because that's the kind of society I want to live in, where people can make fun of everything. When you can't make fun of something, that thing rules over you. You live in a totalitarian society when you can't make fun of something, when you can't make fun of a king or a religious belief or whatever it is. You need to be allowed to make fun of things because that is what allows you to be free in your mind. And people who are in power, who want control, who want to make their thing dominant, they don't allow you to make fun of it because they understand that humor breaks power apart. That's what humor does. Humor makes people go, hey, you don't have control over me. I can laugh at you. Did you see the Satanic Grammy Award? I did not. In South Park, the Mormons are following the correct religion to get into heaven. I'm back. Kyle's cousin Kyle. That's right. I want to be an investment banker. David Moraes, 1 Star Wars Chrome. What's the name of all the 6 Chrome cards? Here goes Mr. David. He says, new bag. Sneep. All right, David, we got new Star Wars cards now. I miss old school South Park. Here we go. Ooh, there's that Vader again. Somebody had the one with the purple border. That one's got just a rainbow border. I don't know what that means. All right, so this one's not numbered. Thoughts on top seal Pokemon? You mean like the seal booster packs? They're cool. Kylo Ren. Can you show lists? I really like the Vader card. That Gyarados looks nice. Didn't Jen have that with purple border? When is Scarlet and Violet base set coming out? For English? I think it's coming out in March, isn't it? All right, that's David Moraes. New bag. David would order a lot of the old vintage Topps cards, and he pulled a lot of really cool etched cards from there. So I'm hoping that you get some cool cards in here if you open a few of these. All right, David Moraes. What time is it, by the way? 4:42? Nice. Side effect of going live on time for once. David Moraes. Man, I woke up this morning and my mouth was so dry. I guess I had like a stuffy nose, and so I must have been breathing through my mouth all night long. And I had a bottle of water next to me. When I go to sleep, I like to have a bottle of water next to the bed. But man, my mouth was crazy dry. You guys ever had that? I like to blow a fan on me too. That probably contributes. I have a fan that blows right on me when I sleep. Whew. Here's Pat Gibbs, but I got lots of sleep, and that's why we got this stream started on time today. Mister's got cotton mouth. I don't know what that is, but I had a very dry mouth. Yes, I'm a mouth breather. It's painful. 2 Scarlets. I had a stuffy nose last night. Here we are. Now I sound like Kyle's cousin Kyle. I bought the Booby Girl. Nice. Oh, there's Kyrodon. Koraidon. Burning Oddish before bed doesn't help. Here we are. 2 Scarlets and a hit. For Pat Gibbs. Oh, Mr. Pat. There we go. Joshua Campolongo. I'm heading on down to South Park just one more time. 1 pack, bulk grade them all. So, here we are. South Park. It fogs up my glasses. It's TCCG grade number 420, an Oddish. I think we did have that, didn't we? Ah, Wendy Testaberger. Stan's girlfriend. Okay. Scott Tenement Must Die, probably the best. I like this one, actually. This is a great... Look at this. It's got all the boys in it. It's got Mr. Garrison. Mr. Garrison and Mr. Hat. Mr. Hat, what are you doing? Oh, Mr. Hat. Death. Okay, here's Cartman's mom is a dirty slut. Key. Who do you guys think Cartman's dad was? Here's Chef. Oh. And Mr. Mackey again. I wanna make love with you, baby. I don't remember how the song goes. Chef's song. I wanna make love to you, baby. Do you still take orders? Says Nicolaj. Yep. The Denver Broncos? That's right. And Beefcake. Weight gain 4,000. It's a Nikado avocado episode. Joseph Campolongo. Wow, guys. Yes, that's right. Chef's voice actor quit because of Scientology. Wild stuff. Then they made that final episode with him. Was that because he quit? Or was that because he had passed away? Because he passed away shortly afterwards, didn't he? The voice actor did. Hello, children. Hey, Chef. Now, children. Yeah. Yes, he quit, and they did that episode killing the character off. Man, it's wild. I feel like they could have just hired somebody else to play the voice of Chef. He actually died, and that last episode is just snippets of stuff he had already recorded. Big salty balls. Was Cartman's mom his dad? He got beat to death. What? That's not what I heard. Here we go. I wanna make love to you, honey. Mr. Joseph? That's a lot of Star Wars. I'm sorry, that's a lot of South Park cards. The voice actor died 2 years after they killed off the character. Oh, I see. I see. He got beat up by 2 white guys in Trump hats, and they said, "This is MAGA country." Oh, man. Here's Boone Porcher. I want the perfect 10. Take my money, and there's 10 more for shipping. Long-time watcher, first-time orderer. Very nice, man. Yes, this is what you want to collect, in my opinion. This is the card I would have bought, is the perfect 10. The only problem with perfect 10s is you pay a premium on them. And so sometimes you have to question that premium compared to like the pristine 10, right? And because pristine 10s are pretty nice, but those perfect 10s are pretty addicting. I've got a couple perfect 10s. You look at them and you go, ah, perfection. You know what I mean? But sometimes their price just doesn't make sense. Now, Boone, if you want a second chance at another one, here we are. You see this card right here? So this card has just 6 spots. That turns into a valuation of 120. So your odds are 1 in 6. And it is also for a perfect 10. So that's a perfect 10 booby break card. What is this? It's a list with everyone's name who spent 20 bucks on it. And so your odds are 1 in 6 that the whole card goes for you for just 20 bucks. We got Octavio's on there. Stephen James is on there. They're waiting for other guys to jump in. Thing is, if you happen to pull the card, even if you have 0 interest in collecting it, it's an easy flip, in my opinion. You could win it for 20 bucks and flip it for probably, I don't know, 100 bucks without trying. I don't know how hard it is to sell cards out there on like eBay, because I sell pretty exclusively through this channel, but I think that card's going to be desirable for a long time just because of the way it looks. I live in this insulated world of selling on my channel. Oh, now you ordered shipping too. Okay, hold on. Mr. Boone, is this your first time ordering? Very cool, man. Let's go get your address. Why do you think PSA doesn't have a pristine? You know, I used to think it was cool that they didn't have a pristine. Nowadays, I think it's their loss for not having it. They really ought to. There's a reason BGS and CGC are doing it. People want it. All right. The perfect grade in particular is pretty attractive. Everyone understands that a 10 can have some miniature flaws, slide off centering, a partial scratch that's very hard to see, a tiny white dot that's hard to see. So everyone understands a 10 might have that with PSA. In fact, if I grabbed a bunch of PSA 10s and started looking, we'd probably find all those things. That's why perfect's appealing, because a perfect says none of that exists. Everything's perfect. I'm going to say only this. There you go, Mr. Boone. Finally got to make it to a daylight stream. She's perfect, all right. Oh, my God. How do I get in on the booby card raffle? You send $20. It's a custom booster pack is what you're buying, and it has a 1 in 6 odds of pulling that card out. We don't open them until they all sell. Okay, Mr. Boone is shipped. We had an address, Boone, that began with 2, so that's what we used. Here's Kip F. 5 Resurgence of Power. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thank you, Mr. Kip. Mr. Kip. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Mr. Kip, did you see I got another Final Fantasy card in the mail today? Check this out. Let me show you. Gotta stand up for a second. Chocolate milk is the devil. Here we are. Wait, which one is which? Oh, not this one. That one I already owned. Here it is. Don't forget to check out Pokestan Marketplace. That's right, you guys should head over to Pokestan Marketplace. Here we are. My slab case came in today. Nice. Kip says 2 of them. I got 2 of them. Here's Kalmia. She's a pink-haired e-girl. She's showing off her tummy. Here's Echidna. My dentist is telling me that I might need a root canal. So, if he's saying that, he's not lying. You might have taken a long time to get your cavity filled, and now, unfortunately, it's turned into a root canal. It sucks balls. Ooh, Tifa. Wow, you're doing well on these. You got Sephiroth earlier. Now you got Tifa. You could have the tooth pulled. That's a lot faster and a lot less painful. But then you don't have a tooth to chew with anymore. So that's the downside. But a tooth pull is much cheaper and much faster. Less painful, actually, by a lot. Root canals they take forever and they're painful. But you get the benefit of still having a tooth. So I go through with the root canal because I'm trying to make it so that my future self gets to enjoy chewing. Yeah, I've had 3 root canals now, unfortunately. Well, and the problem is when I was a kid, I didn't get any dental work done, so all my adult teeth grew up and got bad. But that's because my family was so poor. And then when I ran away from home, I didn't have any money, so I procrastinated on getting a root canal or getting my. Right, you all know that when I was 17, I ran away from home, and I didn't have any money ever, and so I procrastinated for a long time on dental. And there's a cost to procrastinating on your dental, and I paid that price. So you get multiple root canals. It's really painful. I got my teeth now, though, so my teeth are very usable at the moment. Mister had solid gold teeth now. Yeah, maybe I'll have dentures one day. Who knows? My teeth are okay. I had naturally straight teeth, too. I never needed braces. Why you run away? Why not? All right, next up we got Patrick Grieve. I have a few questions about SLAB-AWAY. I have a PSA Japanese Typhlosion. If I see another slab that I like, is it possible to send my SLAB-AWAY funds to a new slab, or is there a price to pay doing that? I happen to have another Typhlosion with the swirl on it. I know you charge more for those. How much for comparing the ones I have on SLAB-AWAY? So currently, Patrick, I do not have another Typhlosion currently for sale. If I did, he'd be up here on the table. And you can swap out of a SLAB-AWAY by paying $25 to get to a different SLAB-AWAY. But there is a loss. Let's say your slab has suddenly moved down in price on the market or something like that, right? And that's why you're swapping out of it, is to escape holding on to a card that fell in price. And you're saying, here you go, TCC. It's your problem now. Well, what you and I do is we actually split the loss 50-50 on the change in price. So that's kind of how it works when you swap between cards. It's sort of like foreclosing on a home in a way. You know, you don't get the full price on the home back. I don't know much about how foreclosures work at all. So that's something to keep in mind. You want me to go buy all the Typhlosions off the market for you? Mr. Invest into Nigerian Prince Crypto. Derek Ortega. Derek says he'd like to cancel a SLAB-AWAY. My kid has medical needs. Our new health insurance is screwing us over. I hate to hear that, Derek. All right, no problem, man. Well, let me go cancel it. Sometimes SLAB-AWAY gets canceled. Yeah, medicine's real expensive. That's a really frustrating reality. I wish it was cheaper. They should make it cheaper. Oops. So is it not in here? Maybe it's in... Let's go look it up. Let me go see what it was real fast, Derek. Because I immediately went to the box. Maybe it's a real recent one. Oh, from February. You got it, man. Give me a minute. I hate to hear that, Derek. Ortega. Okay, so here is a Charizard 8 with the swirl on it. That's nice. Do you accept gold as payment? I'm open-minded to gold. It has to be graded, though, because I don't have a machine to test the authenticity of the gold. All right, so let me look into this. Derek Ortega had already put $20 into this. So, Derek, I'll just go ahead and cancel it, and we'll return your cancellation fee. So I'm not going to charge you that cancellation fee. So you're owed $40 then. Derek Ortega. Yes, so you put $20 onto the card. You're canceling for $20, but you're going to get the cancellation fee back because, I don't know, just because I think this Charizard is going to sell very fast. And because I'm trying to be nice. So there you go. So that's $40 back. And now this needs a new sleeve. Yes, this is vintage Japanese Charizard. Very beautiful. Pretty affordable price at $365. The 10 is a multi-$1,000 card. So if you got this card as a 10, I think he goes for around $5,000. Could be wrong about that. There you go. And once again, we're going to say swirl here. He's got a big swirl on the arm. Okay, he's in a fresh sleeve. Thank you, Derek. And now we're going to jump in here and close this off. There we go. All right, now we've got Nikolaj Rasmussen, 10 Lost Abyss. You got it. Where's my Lost Abyss? Would it grade PSA 9? I have not tried to regrade it, so I wouldn't know. How many did you order? He ordered 10 of these. All right, you got it, man. Hey, yo, that's Zared. Ooh, he's a nice card. He will probably be snatched up off the table again. I have my big real estate license test tomorrow. Good luck, man. Oh, I already read that. You nervous at all about real estate becoming an obsolete sort of field? I don't think that would happen tomorrow, but I often wonder how hard it would be for some kind of technology to remove the need for real estate broker or whatever the names are. Here's a cold one. Crocodile. Cold. Oops. Come on now. Ooh, these are looking real cold. Oh, Aerodactyl. Nice. And cold. That's for Nikolaj Rasmussen. I buy my home through a robotics realtor. The temptation is real, says A. Perez. I know, he's so pretty. So Nikolaj has a bag. So we should be able to find that bag over here. And it's this one. It's this one. You want this one? Tricky death toll up to 3,800. Whoa, that updated. Word of mouth and rep is most important. Plus, people want to have a realtor who actually knows the area. Here we go. My experience with real estate agents has been pretty poor. I've always felt like the real estate agent really doesn't have my best interest in mind. Their interest is get a sale completed so that they can collect a percentage of the sale. And so I feel like they often just want me to buy whatever it is. And they're not as aggressive as I am in terms of analyzing the financial. It's like this. let's say I'm a Pokemon card real estate agent, and I make a cut every time a card is purchased or sold. Well, I don't really care if your card is a good investment or not. I just care if you buy or sell it so that I can get my cut. So I feel like the real estate incentives, the real estate agent incentives are not very good for the actual investor. The investor is not well served by the real estate agent. They do a job though. They do the job of communication and negotiating and paperwork. So that part is useful. But I feel like a machine could do that. That's the thing I'm concerned about. A machine could maybe do that. How many houses have we bought and sold? We, one. So we bought our condo. We sold her parents' house. We bought her parents' new house. We bought the house John's in. We bought our old lake house, and we bought this lake house. That's like 6 real estate events in our lifetime. And we have never felt like the real estate agent was useful or smart or necessary, not even once. And we learned pretty fast. In fact, by the time we were searching for this house, we learned we basically have to be the ones to completely think for ourselves in the aspect of which house is worth buying, you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. When we started shopping for this house, we ended up with this one in particular, but when we were shopping for the next house, we didn't care what the real estate agent said at that point. It was irrelevant to us. So by the time we were real good at this, I don't care what the real estate agent's saying. They're like zero usefulness. They're there, but they're there to just kind of get you to buy the house so that they can get their cut. So that my wife and I ended up having a very sour taste in our mouth when it came to real estate agents. So Nikolaj says, haha, I would like 11 Lost Abyss. All right, let's do it, man. I think that means you get a new box. My dad's been doing it for 40 years. My brother's been doing it for 6 years. Nice, man. Well, I'm not saying it's a bad job, by the way. It might be a very lucrative job. All right. Do it. Yeah, it could be a very, very good job. Aha, Lost Abyss. Throw that away. I like to peel all these pieces off the lid. So you ordered 11 more. Oh, sweet mister, still live. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Is the no symbol Polyrath still there? Yeah, he should be on the table still. No rarity symbol Polyrath. Somewhere. Ah, here we are. Look at him. He's graded 6. I probably ought to try to regrade him with CGC is probably what I ought to do because he might grade 7 with them. Okay, I'll take it. You got it. That's a lovely Polyrath. You want the clients to be happy. My brother never lies to sell or buy. If the house is a lemon, he won't pretend it's not. Networking is how you do well. If you had a good realtor, you'd tell. Here we are. Well, it's fascinating because I want my real estate agent to be so good that he can tell me which house is going to be the best investment. And I realized if real estate agents were so good at this, why wouldn't they just be house flippers themselves? Which maybe some of them are, I don't know. I guess if I was a real estate agent, I would definitely be participating in that. But there might be laws stating that they cannot. But yeah, so I started to realize pretty quickly that, man, real estate agents don't really know which house is the house to buy, or if they do know, they don't tell you. You know what I mean? Maybe they have rich friends who they give tips to, like, all right, there's the good one on the market, come buy it. And you're not their good friend because you're not their rich friend. Or maybe they don't care what you buy. They just want you to buy it as fast as possible because the more turnover they have, the more times they get a cut of the sale. Here we go. Nikolaj Rasmussen. So a real estate agent, they're there. And they let you into the home and they'll talk to you so you get to know them. So it's kind of it's a very social thing. It's very friendly. There's a little bit of paperwork that gets done. So the paperwork, again, that is valuable that they do the legal paperwork and the negotiating for you. Other than that, I feel like like I was saying, when we were shopping for this home, the first thing we did was ignore anything the real estate agent had to say. It's like, what are you saying? I don't care. You know what I mean? Because you're not really going to do as good of a job as I'm going to do picking these houses out. And after all this practice, we're aware of it really sharply. King draw. Whoa. When we were shopping for our very first home, I bought my 12 lots from the owner. Nice, man. Which means it was cheaper. There was a 5% or 3 or 4, whatever it is. Some percentage of the sale was saved. And that just kind of makes sense. There's a government listing computer program that shows you what all houses have sold for in the past. Your realtors were awful, says David. Well, when we were shopping for our very first home, we had this real estate agent. He was very friendly. He was very chill. And there was this nice house. And I'm a skilled shopper, it turns out. That's why I'm good with Pokemon cards. I'm skilled. And there's this particular house, and I'm looking it over, and I'm like, this house seems like a very good investment. And so I was telling my wife, I think this house is a very good house to pick out of. I'm noticing the houses around it are a higher quality. The yards are better. This yard's better. Freshly built garage in the backyard, new roof. The home renovation was completed, but the house is still very cheap. Back then, this house, get this, it was $70,000. Okay? It was $70,000. That house now is like almost $200,000. And when I went to the real estate agent and I asked him that day, what do you think of this house? Should we get this one? He said, nah, you know, it's a 2-bedroom house. You really want 3-bedroom. That's a better investment. That's what he told me. He told me 3-bedroom was a better investment and that 2-bedroom wasn't very good. And so we ended up getting a condo because the condo felt like it was in a safer neighborhood and it was newer and it was cleaner. And the condo cost $90,000 and it went up to about $140,000. So the house that I would have picked would have gone up way more, and it would have been closer to my wife's work, and it was just overall a better investment. And I knew it at the time, but I took the advice of the real estate agent and screwed myself over. And so I learned a really hard lesson from the first time we went house shopping. I said, the real estate agent doesn't always know. He's just kind of this guy that he doesn't know what the best house is. But my gut did know. My gut knew that that house was a better choice for appreciation over time. I had a gut sense of which house was the better purchase. And I didn't listen to myself. I listened to the goofy real estate agent and lost out on all the value of the appreciation of that home. Nicolaj, we actually bought another home in that very same neighborhood, but that time we ignored the real estate agent. And so we bought another home out in that neighborhood, and this one was $60,000. I think it's up to like $180,000 now. And then when we were selling the condo, he wanted us to sell the condo for like $100,000. We bought it at 90. He said sell it at 100. We staged it really nice and listed it high at 140, and it sold. So we just don't listen to real estate agents, and because out here when we were shopping in Lake of the Ozarks, we noticed the same deal. Every time we had a real estate agent, they always had many reasons why the exact house we were looking at was the best house to purchase. And when we were like, all right, why is this house crappy? Tell us why it's crappy. They're like, well, I don't know. Not much. Maybe it's not what you're looking for. They have very little to say when it comes to being negative, which you'll notice I'm often very critical. I'm very negative. But they don't have much of the negativity. They have all the positivity. Actually, I feel like there's a clip from from The Simpsons that perfectly describes my experience with real estate shopping. And let me see if I can find it real fast. Hold on. The Simpsons, real estate. I think it's this one right here. Lionel Hutz explains the truth. Are you ready for this? We're going to turn that off, mute the music, zoom out. Listen carefully, guys. This is my experience with real estate.
All's about you. Customers love your no-pressure approach.
Well, like we say, the right house for the right person.
Listen, it's time I let you in on a little secret, Marge. The right house is the house that's for sale. The right person is anyone.
But all I did was tell the truth.
Of course you did, but there's
The truth.
And the truth. Let me show you.
It's awfully small.
I'd say it's awfully cozy.
That's dilapidated.
Rusted.
That house is on fire.
Motivated seller.
That's a beauty.
Forget about that house. That's the murder house.
That's the murder house. But yeah, so that earlier part where he goes, there's the truth. He shakes his head no. And then the truth. And he shakes his head yes. That's the exact experience I feel that I get with real estate. I feel like the truth is, you know in hindsight how well real estate has performed, but the person selling it to you, in the end, they're not like part of your family helping you invest your money. They're just kind of doing a job where they get a paycheck. And so the work of investing in real estate is really just up to you. If your real estate investor was your, advisor was your dad or your brother or something like that, they might actually care about you and make sure that you get rich buying the correct real estate. Oh, you said for the Charizard? Boom. All right, let's see what's next. Here's Adam Norris. SLAB-AWAY Charizard base set, Japanese 8. You got it, Adam. Adam Norris. Well, now, were there two people who sent for this? No. All right, so Adam Norris. It says there's 2 more orders. Let me just check and see. Okay, yeah, those are separate. Nope, that's me. There we go. So you sent 80. $25 of that would be for the slab itself, or for the reserve fee. So you have 55 left over. Okay, and that's what gets put toward the slab. Adam Norris. There's the truth, and there's the truth. Adam Norris. And he's got Charizard. And he's got 365. And 315. There we go. Your expectation of a real estate agent is unreasonable. No one knows what will happen in the future, whether good or bad. You can't expect them to know the future. Yeah, now I understand that. I understand that very perfectly well. And I wasn't expecting them to know the future. I was hoping that they could really distinguish between a good and a bad purchase, though. And I've never met a real estate agent that could do that. And I've owned multiple properties now, lots of properties. John's house, my old lake house, this lake house, my in-laws' house. So all these different properties, my condo. And I can tell you, like, once you're living in the home, you learn a lot more about it. And you go, why didn't the real estate agent notice this? And I think they would have, except that they don't care for you to notice it. So you start to notice the flaws in the home once you're living in it. Like the previous lake house had terrible windows. Terrible. You couldn't see anything. Real estate agent didn't care. They didn't say anything about that. It's because it's not their job to stop you from buying the home so they can get their cut. And I wish it wasn't that way. Like I said, I feel the real estate agents don't have the incentives they should have. Or maybe my understanding of a real estate agent should just change from person who helps you buy a home to person who does the paperwork for you, and then they get a huge cut of the payment of the sale. I think that part is inappropriate then. So if your job is to push paperwork for me, you should be paid perhaps an hourly rate, and the hourly rate should be much lower than the cost of a percentage of the home. Does that make sense? What's the worst part of being a homeowner? So far, I haven't had a worst part. I totally understand your feeling on them trying to simply sell a house. Windows are 10 plus grand. People would rather spend money on a nice hardwood floor versus windows. Well, it's a lake home with the lakefront property. It touches the lake, right? So you can walk down to your lake. And the problem with the windows in the home, they didn't build any windows facing the lake. There's like one window over the sink, and then there's 2 windows in the family room that you can't look out of, and they're really thin. And instead, they put a big fireplace on the wall facing the lake. So whoever designed the home is effing stupid. He's really stupid, whoever designed the home. He should be fired immediately from architecture. And so they didn't put windows in the most important wall of the home looking out at the lake. I don't know who makes that mistake, but somebody who's just absolutely bonkers stupid makes the mistake like that. And anyway, so you realize that when you've lived there long enough, you go, why are these windows so terrible? And that's when you realize, how did the real estate agent not notice this? All they do is sell lake houses. They should notice it immediately, that the view of the lake is bad. That's all they do for their job, is look at homes. The reason they didn't notice it is because they don't care for me to notice it. They just want the house to sell. They go, yeah, we got to get this house sold. All right, let's see what we got. Not their job to tell me. Their job to make sure it sells. Jennifer, whoa! Jennifer with the polyrath. I was watching a recorded live stream talking about the Chinese balloon over Missouri. Moments later, they blow it up right over my house in Myrtle. Had no idea it was there. How weird. That's wild, man. Being a homeowner, instead of paying a rent, a house payment is like putting money in the bank. I'm here. Me, 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 me. Well, not 100%, because remember, you do pay interest on the home. So, you know, if the interest is pretty bad, as well as repairs on the home are pretty bad, then renting and homeowning can break even. But definitely not in the last 5 years have they broken even. If all you were doing was renting, you just fell way behind homeowners. Homeowners just made, well, they didn't make money. What they did is they kept up with inflation. And anyone who didn't own a home did not keep up with inflation. But I guess in theory, if you owned like 5 or 6 homes during this inflationary period, yeah, you kind of are wealthier than everyone, you know, because it's good to own debt during that inflation. Eric Tang, hey, mister, one old maid. You got it, Eric. You got it. Oh, that is a blank old maid card. We throw that one away. Oh, wow, you got a much nicer one as a result. Evie. Star Wars Chrome. Okay. I sent for it also. 2 Pokebras. 2 Pokebras. What are your thoughts on investing in sealed food? Oh, what? Well, you know, if you had bought a lot of very long-term storage food in 2019, you might have gotten it at a better price than it is today. So especially if you're able to store very heavy amounts of food, you could have made $1,000 in food prices. It's not like life-changing money, in my opinion. $1,000 is nice, though. Okay, Eric Tang, Pokebras. You got Greedent? It's really obvious that food has become more expensive, but also you get smaller portions, so it's expensive 2 ways. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Man. How are things going with the houses, mister? Pretty good. We are moved into the new home. It's gigantic, and we are much, much, much happier with life right now as a result. Ooh, Gyarados. So look at those Pokebra pools, man. Sexy as F. Eric Tang. Yeah, we have noticed, oops, we're not going to shuffle this. We have noticed we are much happier in the new home in general. Like, life just doesn't seem as terrible. Canned sardines, 3 to 4 year shelf life. Yeah. Could have bought a bunch of canned sardines, that's right. Sardines are a good source of protein. Good source of fatty acid, or whatever it's called. Giving all my odysseys away in the Pokebras. Was the previous lake house not great? So the previous lake house would have been very solid if I was not running a home business that required so much space. This home business takes up an enormous amount of space. And as a result, the other house was too small, and it felt a lot like living in a shoebox because there was no room left. At the end of the day, there was no room left. It felt like we were living in a shoebox. And it was really uncomfortable, and it really started to depress us at some point. And now I would have lived in that house longer and not moved. I would have kept pumping money into the stock market. Chewbacca's anguish. But my wife, I could tell, was really starting to feel down about it. We were fighting as a result. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to get us moved. And so I moved us out here to this house. She's much happier. So I see you in the reflection. I know. You can finally see me. Yoda and Luke Skywalker. Hey, that's me. looking down at the card. Eric Tang. Mr. Eric says, I have a bag. She's much happier in this new home. We do not feel like committing self-destruct. You want kids too, so need space for that. I'll send in to grade the Ray Ray. Yeah, if you guys want me to have kids, I can tell you we are not interested in kids if we had to live in the old house, and we are interested in kids if we're living in this house. So if it makes you feel good, your orders help me afford to live in a place where we could have a kid. I want a TCC Topps Chrome card. That'd be cool. Here's Kevin O'Neill. 10 Lost Abyss Japanese. Okay, you got it, man. Is it right here? Okay. Buy the mediums. Feel like the don't you guys feel like the Japanese Pokemon cards are too easy to snipe? I feel like they are. Feels good you are boning more now. Yeah. Actually, I haven't said much, but feels a lot like our sex life picked up pretty heavily in the new home. Some unnecessary details, but yeah, I don't know what it is. Living in a cramped, dirty little home just does not sit well with getting smoochies. You know what I mean? Instead of mailing my slabs, I'll come pick them up. Can we discuss a price for your rental? It'll be in late March, early April 4th, adult, 4 kids under 11. Yeah, we can definitely talk about that. So you said March, huh? And you'd like to come down here. Now, if you come down in March, it'll just be like you come down to Lake of the Ozarks and play around, but you won't actually be able to really get into the lake because it'll be too cold. It's more like end of May, June. That's when the water is warm enough that you can start swimming in it. And it'll be a little chilly in end of March. I'm sorry, end of May. June, it's really warm enough that you could just swim in it like any pool of water. And then July is insanely good. July is like, the water's like 90 degrees in July. It's so warm. It's almost, I've experienced the lake so hot that you almost have to climb out of it to cool down. So it's really an amazing thing during July. Yeah, you got to climb out of it and get into the shade or something. Ooh, woo, says Alan. But yeah, I mean, you can come down pretty cheap if you want to rent the house out for a week just to come down. When it's not the good summer vacation temperatures, you can come down pretty cheap and just explore Lake of the Ozarks. I guess what you could do is you could drive around and see what it's like out here. So it would give you a chance to survey the area. All right. So Kevin O'Neill. All right, Mr. Kevin. Amazing slabs. I'll text you on Discord. Sounds good, man. My wife really gives it all when she wants the baby. Oh my God. Yeah. Here we are. My wife is turning 28 this year, and she's got a little bit of the baby fever because we have no kids. And she has said that she is interested in having kids now. In the years past, she did not say that. In the years past, she was like, nah, I don't want kids yet. Hey, mister, can I bulk grade all 7 of the South Park cards? Eric Taveras. I think that's a smart move, Eric. I'd love to grade these. All right, here they are. Hurry and knock her up. I'm hurrying. All right. I've never had a kid, so I don't know how difficult it is. But I don't think it's that difficult. Doing the one thing you'll enjoy doing anyways. Yeah, she's definitely on the older end. You know, isn't the average age of having a kid 30 now? I think it's 30. People are having kids much later in life. We are Jesus and pals. Mm-hmm. You got to retain yourself a couple days for stronger seeds, I guess. How do you tell on centering on full arts like that? So sometimes a card is asymmetric, meaning that there is no symmetry to it at all. And so if it's an asymmetric card, which I run into on a rare occasion, I run into that, we don't worry about the centering at that point. But we do measure the other qualities of the card very carefully. We want babies. It's not hard. Like, look at the front of this card. Does this look like it was ever going to be a symmetric card? It just looks like they simply took a picture of the actual TV show, you know what I mean? So there's no borders at all on this card. You could measure like this corner and this corner if you wanted. You know what I mean? Starvin' Marvin. Remember, grades are an abstract thing. They're an opinion. And what's very important is to understand that when you grade something, you're grading it relative to other cards in that set. So like we could look at the centering on these edges right here. But yeah, I mean, they all look pretty similar anyways. And nowadays, when I'm grading a new card set, I start looking for that kind of stuff right away. It's not like Pokemon cards where with Pokemon cards, you can very harshly grade the centering. Because you can see center to, you know, edge to edge like this. So that's very easy to grade the centering on. But what that also means is, you know, some cards, if they obtain like a higher grade, but they're fully asymmetric, it means that it's not as hard to get a 10 on a card like that. So you got to think about, sometimes when you're thinking about the rarity of the card, it comes down to how hard is it to really grade high on a certain card. So a great example of that, a lot of the modern Japanese Pokemon cards grade 10 because they just are very well printed. So when you collect a 10, you got to ask yourself, is this really that rare? And the answer is no. But that's okay. It's still fun to collect 10s. It's not like you're going to skip collecting certain sets, right? Just because it's not super rare. Christopher Harry, I want to put the Japanese Charizard with the swirl on SLAB-AWAY, please and thank you. So Christopher Harry, it has already been taken by Mr. Adam Norris. And I noticed in your message, you didn't say that you were sniping him or anything like that. You didn't say you were paying over the proposed price. So what I'm going to do for you, Adam, since it's $50, I'll just get you a refund. I want your money, Adam, but I can't give you the card because there's only one card. No more orders, by the way, guys. We're wrapping up. Christopher Harry. We are wrapping up. Yeah, I apologize, man. And see how fast that Charizard went? Went very fast. That's why we gave poor Derek Ortega back his cancellation fee money. Jamson Panera, 5 brilliant stars, because I knew the moment that Charizard hit the table, he was just going to go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't have a kid if you wrap it up. Well, she's been on birth control for like 8 years now, and she's off birth control finally. And so we're going to find out if it's difficult to have a baby or not. Here's Jamson. Mister, I pooted. Ew. Disgusting, vile beast. Be gone. We're trying real hard. Let's see what we got. Barry. Grottle Infernape. I remember when we first met, how anxious we were not to have a baby. We were worried about accidental pregnancy in a time period when we just didn't have the financial means to really live a decent life and have a kid at the same times, you know? There we go. We've also talked about in vitro fertilization to have like twins or something like that, but apparently that's insanely expensive. So probably not. Here we are, Jansen Panera. Twins? Did we set a new pack break yet? Dude, we went the whole stream with no new pack break. Ugh. How did that happen? All right, give me a minute. Okay. Almost done. If Mr. has triplets, he can name them after the Kanto starters. Oh, you think that's what I do? Funny, man. Oops. All right, here it is. Team Rocket first edition pack break, and it's going to be 47 per spot. It's assumed light. Oops. So that's it. We got an English vintage pack of Team Rocket. So Jams and Panera, 5 brilliant. They were really cold. Jennifer Yap wants a Topps Chrome Star Wars. You got it. All right, Jennifer. Jennifer, you've been going ham, dude. There we go. Okay, what do we got? Obi-Wan. That says lack of faith. It's definitely going to be a Vader card. Oh, man, it's so cool looking. Oh, man. Your lack of faith disappoints me. I don't know if what he said. Is that what he said? Lando Calrissian. Okay, there's Lando. And here's Leia. Princess Leia. There we go. Miss Jennifer. Nothing wild in that round. Let's go ahead and pop that into your bag. Super refractory of lack of faith is super expensive. I bet it would be. Daddy Vader. He about to give you the choke. All right, what a perfect stream. We're wrapping up at about an hour and 20 minutes. By the way, who wants this free Gallade card? Ooh. Brandon Boutillier does. Here you go, Brandon. I believe this was donated by Marcel Torres to the stream, and we're just now handing it out. All right, that's the end. I had a lot of fun. See you later, guys.